Okay, so if you're watching this video, you may be interested in purchasing a Super Soco Tsx, which is the equivalent to a moped. There it is. The colour of it on the logbook, silver black with a little piece of green on it. I think out of all the electric mopeds, this is one of the better looking ones, like a sporty moped. It has got rear pegs if you wanted to carry a passenger, although the seat's not brilliant. It'd probably only be for short distance. In the normal mood on this bike, it will travel at 28-29 miles an hour, but you can restrict it and it will do just under 40, depending on your weight and the road conditions and the weather conditions, of course. I bought this bike last year, November time I believe, so I've only rid this a handful of times. It's only done 245 miles, something like that. We'll have a look in a minute. I think it's a great bike for round town, and for a short commute, probably I would say less than 10 miles in town would be great. Now, when I bought this bike, I bought it to use as a daily commuter for my 4 or 5 miles to work and back each day. After purchasing this bike, I changed my job, so now I only need to travel 1 mile, so I use my pedal assist electric push bike. I just don't bother to get this out, so obviously the bike just sits in my garage, hence why it's still low mileage. It's in excellent condition, as you can see. I'm the only, or the first owner. It's a 21 bike and it's on a 71 plate, as you can see, just like new. It's got one little mark on the plastic opening here, which is nothing really. It may have even been there when I got it and I didn't notice. Not much more I can say. This bike can be de-restricted, so it will reach just under 40 miles an hour on a flat road. Obviously you should tell your insurance if you're going to put it in de-restricted mode, but a lot of the new ones cannot do this. So why am I selling it? One, because I'm just not using it. I just use my push bike for the short distance to work. If I don't sell it for the price I'm going to put it out for, then I will keep it and I will use it. I may even use it in the next couple of days anyway. The weather is lovely to get out on this little bike around town. They're very cheap to run. It takes about 4 hours from around 20% to full charge, so most people would just charge it overnight. That's what I would do if I was using it for work. Just whack that on the charge overnight. Or if I only had the short distance, it'd probably last all week. Anyway, there it is. If you're interested, then get in touch. I've just moved it into my garage so you can get a good look at the speedo, just to show you what the mileage is. Obviously you've got 2 of these keys, fobs and keys. To unlock it, push the right one and then push the power and it plays that little tune, and there you can see 224 miles. The battery at the moment is at 96%. It's in mood 3. on the handlebar you got moods. So in mood 1 that'll do about, I can't even remember, 16 miles an hour. In 2 it'll do about 22, and in 3 that'll do 28. And then of course, like I said, if you use it in de-restricted mood, it will do probably just under 40. I think normally I get 37, but the idea why I used to like running it in de-restricted, so I could go just over 30 to keep the cars away from right up behind you. If you're doing 28, sometimes people don't like it. And there you go. If you're interested, then get in touch.